local, live. Now, from Central Oregon's news leader, KTVZ News begins with breaking news.
Yes, breaking news as we come back on the air here. KTVZ News has just received body cam footage of that icy rescue in Madras that we broke to you last night on our 10 p.m. newscast. Harley Coldiron just got back from Jefferson County and spoke with the deputies you're going to see in this video.
Lee, an absolute astonishing and heroic rescue. I want you to look closely as your screen as we walk through what's happening in this video. You can see 3 deputies trying to drag the 2 teens, 115, 116, from the frozen fishing pond. One deputy even has his hands on his knees from the exhaustion of breaking through nearly 2 inches of ice. Now, this pond is right next to the Jefferson County Fairgrounds in Madras. You can see the deputies pulling the kids closer. It takes several of them. Then, as they come closer, the officers actually have to pull them up. Deputies tell me the kids had been there for nearly 15 minutes and were exhausted and showing signs of hypothermia. You can even hear the deputies asking the kids questions to make sure they're aware, they're coherent. Deputy Linden is a school resource officer and actually recognized the girl he helped save.
She was able to recognize me, so it was telling me that, she was coherent at that point. But I could tell that she was shaking, she was cold.
Because this is a small community and we know a lot of people here, especially CJ working in the schools. He knows the kids, and this department's a family and this community's our family.
Both teens were treated on the scene for hypothermia. Deputies suffered minor injuries while breaking through that ice, but they tell me they are okay. Deputy Linden even finished off his shift miraculously. Hatcher had to go home and change out of his very wet and cold uniform. Now, this could have gone much differently. A similar situation happened in Texas a few days ago. 3 young boys, all brothers, were killed after they fell through a pond. Officials are telling Central Oregons to stay off ponds, lakes, and waterways. And Lee, they say the thickness of ice can change fast and quickly become dangerous.
Very dangerous. Thank goodness that didn't end up like the situation down in Texas. Those deputies are true heroes. Great reporting there. Great work.
Just within the hour, John Richardson walked down these steps, and then he submitted this petition asking for 2 of his 3 dogs back that were seized from him. But a judge denied that request, saying if he wanted to stay on conditional releases, he was not allowed to own animals or firearms. Now, me and my photojournalist, we waited outside here for hours trying to get Richardson's side of the story, but as you saw from the top of the newscast, he did not want to talk to us. He submitted this emergency petition in court saying he felt like due process wasn't really followed in this case, and that those 2 dogs that weren't seen in the video are his lifeline. He's a Marine combat veteran who was injured during combat. He has PTSD and traumatic brain injury, and he really felt like he needed those dogs in his life. But the judge stuck to his decision, denying that request. Now, this alleged incident happened 2 Saturdays ago. The neighbor who recorded the incident was unhappy after no action happening after a week. So he posted the video to Facebook and contacted the KTVZ problem solvers, who exposed the story on KTVZ News at 11. Then, just 16 hours later, Richardson was arrested. All of it caught on camera. Hooch, the Chihuahua, along with those 2 other dogs Richardson owns, were seized, and you can see it all on video. The district attorney told me today Hooch did sustain some pretty serious injuries, including brain damage. Some of that's going to last his entire life, which is pretty sad to hear, but they're at the Humane Society right now. The district attorney tells me they're in pretty good spirits, and I can't tell you how many emails, how many calls we've got asking, are they allowed to adopt Hooch and the 2 other animals? Not as of yet. But when you are, and if you are, we're going to alert you right to your phone on the KTVZ News app, so make sure to turn it on, download it, and turn notifications on. Live outside the Deschutes County Courthouse, I'm Harley Coldiron, KTVZ News.
We first broke this story this weekend, and Harley Coldiron joins us now with details.
Yeah, Lindsay, several developments at this hour, including Stiegel's work history at a local school district. But first of those charges, court documents suggest that Stiegel had at least 3 sexual encounters with a minor between May and July of this year. She's charged with raping and sexually assaulting a boy under the age of 14 who cannot legally give consent. Now, according to court documents, the alleged victim was once coached by Stiegel. However, it did not happen when she was the 7th grade volleyball coach at Lapine Middle School for that 6-week season in fall of last year. Stigl coached the alleged victim after she was a coach at Lapine Middle School, and we want to make that a very clear distinction. And from what we understand from the district, that was also the last time, the first and last time she was at the district.
So you also uncovered some of the history of Stigl.
Yeah, so not only was she a coach at Lapine Middle School, she also went to Lapine Middle School, and she went to Lapine High School, and she graduated just a few years ago in 2021.
All right, Harley Coldiron with our breaking news. We'll be at Stigl's indictment scheduled for next Monday, and she's being held in jail until then.
Just minutes ago, we learned from Oregon's child care licensing portal that Trelina Fulton was operating without a license. The report states one fatality at her property on September 9th. That's when Crook County Sheriff's Office had visited and observed 14 children in Fulton's care, along with several children 1 year or younger. All of this illegal and unlicensed. Public records show her home on Lincoln Avenue in Prineville. The Sheriff's Office says the body of water that the child fell into and died from was a small animal trough. CPR and other life-saving measures were performed until the child was flown to OHSU in Portland, where he later passed away. The state agency overseeing daycare licensing stressed how important it is for parents to check whether a daycare is licensed.
CCLD does, for licensed programs, have requirements related to safety around bodies of water for children. And we do inspect licensed facilities regularly to ensure that the grounds and physical premises are a safe place for children, which includes inspections related to ensuring that children do not have access to bodies of water.
The Department of Early Learning and Care is conducting their own investigation separate from the sheriff's. They couldn't say how long it may last, but says it takes situations like this extremely seriously.
DELC will make attempts to collect parent contact information from the unlawfully operating program, and we will post that information on the Child Safety Portal for the public to view also.
You can see the Child Safety Portal on your screen. Officials say it's crucial parents know how to use it. The tool can be used to look up licenses and any violations at your child's daycare center. Parents should also ask to see a physical copy of the license in person. It's required by law. Harley Coldiron, KTVZ News.
Harley's live. Just a really scary situation there, Harley.
An incredibly scary situation, and it happened just literally right behind me around 5 o'clock yesterday. I talked to the deputies that actually saved these two teens just a few minutes ago. We're going to hear more from them at 5 o'clock, but I want to break you down what happened during this situation. Around 5 o'clock, a group of teens were hanging out at the Jefferson County Youth Fish Pond in Madras when two of them decided to walk on the water. Now, they broke through the water and immediately started calling for help. Their other friends called the sheriff deputies, who arrived within minutes. Authorities say the teens had been trapped in the frigid water. It's near the north end of the pond, and they were unable to get out on their own. The deputies told me just a few minutes ago that the ice was actually up to their necks, so they weren't really able to get their hands above the water. Deputies tried to break through the ice, but it was actually up to 2 inches thick. Two deputies eventually did break through, and they were able to rescue the kids and bring them back. The kids were taken to the hospital. They were showing signs of hypothermia. They were in the water for nearly 20 minutes. And the deputies also did suffer some minor injuries while breaking through the ice, but they're expected to all be okay. Now, unfortunately, this situation happens on the heels of a tragic incident in Texas. 3 young boys, all brothers, fell under some ice and all died. We're very happy that this wasn't the situation in this case, but officials are warning to be extremely safe.
In Madras tonight, and we'll see you again at 5. Now let's turn our team coverage over to John.
Just minutes ago, outside the Deschutes County Courthouse, Richardson walked down those steps after he filed this petition in court, trying to get 2 of his dogs back. But a judge today, just literally minutes ago, denied that request, saying if he wanted to stay free until his court date, he was not allowed to own animals. Now, when me and my photographer, we waited outside for hours trying to get Richardson's side of the story, but as you saw, he did not want to talk to us. But he did submit this petition in court, saying that he felt like due process was not really followed here, that he felt like he should keep at least 2 of the dogs, not Hooch, but the 2 dogs that you did not see in the video. But a judge today was not buying that. I did hear Richardson talk to his lawyer saying that he's a combat Marine veteran and has PTSD. He said that Hooch actually bit him a couple times, though we haven't been able to verify that. He said the 2 dogs he wants to get back slept on his bed, and that it was really a lifeline for this Marine veteran who lives alone. But again, a court-appointed judge was not buying this. Now, this alleged incident happened 2 Saturdays ago. The neighbor who recorded the video was unhappy with nothing happening over a week. So he turned to the KTVZ problem solvers and called us. We aired the story on KTVZ News at 11. 16 hours later, Richardson was arrested. Hooch, the Chihuahua, along with 2 other dogs, were seized. The district attorney told me today Hooch did sustain injuries. One of them could last his entire life. But Hooch seems to be doing pretty well at the Humane Society of Central Oregon today and seems to be in good spirits. Now, KTVZ has been flooded with calls, emails, trying to learn when they could possibly adopt Hooch and those other animals. We're going to let you know as soon as you're able to. If you're able to, we'll send you an alert right to your phone on the KTVZ News app. For now, I'm Harley Coldiron at the Deschutes County Courthouse, KTVZ News.
Harley Coldiron with our breaking news today.
Right now, we're following breaking news. The KTVZ problem solvers were contacted by several viewers in Lapine. They're concerned after seeing a video on social media of what appears to be a dog being abused by its owner. Problem solver Harley Coldiron just returned from Lapine and filed this report. We must warn you, some of these details and images we're about to share with you are graphic and not suitable for all ages.
The KTVZ problem solver speaking with the neighbor of a Lapine man who is under investigation after apparently hitting a small dog with a shovel. The video, being shared rapidly on social media, had many in the community reaching out to KTVZ to investigate. The problem solvers drove to Lapine and spoke with the man who shot the video, though he's asked us not to show his face on camera.
Heard some things going on the other side of the fence, look over, see John throw a shovel at his little dog, yelled at him a couple times, put the shovel down, don't do it, bad decision. So at that point I decided to pull my phone out of my pocket.
Yeah, wait till I catch you.
In the video you can hear off camera someone warning the man not to harm the pup.
Well, put the shovel down. Come on, buddy.
John's in the red. He's pissed because he can't catch his dog, so now he's going to beat it with a shovel.
Because of the graphic nature, KTVZ has chosen not to show the apparent abuse, but we will share the audio. You can hear the heart-wrenching screams of the dog, which according to the neighbor is just 5 months old and less than 5 pounds.
I didn't think that dog was going to walk away, to be honest. I thought that dog was going to be dead.
Steven said animal control and the Deschutes County Sheriff's Office came to the home, which he says belonged to a man named John, but made no arrest or citations.
Talked to him, showed him the video. John got very loud and yelling, telling them to leave. And then at that point, they just de-escalated the situation, talked to him, told him this isn't what you're supposed to do to a dog, and end of story.
Animal control told him because the dog showed no outward signs of harm, there was nothing they could do.
I noticed that afternoon the dog was limping around all afternoon.
Now Steven and many others on social media are calling for action and accountability.
It disappointed me a lot because those are people that are supposed to serve and protect us. I respect law enforcement 100%. They're great people, not trying to downgrade them one bit.
After the problem solvers reached out to the Deschutes County Sheriff Kent Vanderkamp, his office posted this statement saying their findings have been forwarded to the District Attorney's Office for charging considerations. The problem solvers did reach out to the owner of the property listed on public records, but have not heard back. Right now, Steve and his neighbors are calling for accountability and are thankful for their community.
It's a small community. There's a few nut jobs out there, but all the normal people, they come together as a community. And I've seen it today.
For the problem solvers, I'm Harley Coldiron, KTVZ News.
If you know of a problem in your area which you'd like to shine a spotlight on, let the KTVZ problem solvers know about it. You can email us at problemsolvers@ktvz.com. You can also find our information at ktvz.com under the Problem Solvers tab.